Hello. So I'm going to use art to get myself psyched up to go to the gym. So for the last few days and many times I've felt really tired, and then I've thought about going to the gym, and then I've been thinking, well, I'm really tired and can't really be bothered, and ended up watching TV or something else. But actually I'm in my gym kit, still feeling really tired, but I feel that I need just a little bit more to give me a bit more energy to actually go to the gym. So one of the things about art, and the thing about art therapy, is that it can be really helpful for regulating emotions and managing like energy levels. So there's certain things that can be done to calm if someone's feeling very anxious or agitated, and there's certain things that can be certain styles of drawing and like types of ways of working that can be used when somebody's feeling quite flat in mood or quite low in energy, quite tired. So this is working from that kind of feeling quite flat, not flat in mood as such, because my mood at the moment is quite upbeat, but feeling quite sort of sleepy, tired. So I've just been using kind of an oil pastel here, and I'm just drawing kind of quite loosely and quite fast maybe. I think to start with they were quite a bit slower like this, but it's going quite fast. So hi everyone, so as I said, like when I first started this video, I'm just using art to sort of psych myself up to sort of go to the gym. So I suppose like sometimes it might be useful to stand up. Like as an artist, I'm often kind of standing up to make art. I'm mindful that when I'm at the gym, if I'm kind of doing sort of squats and things like that, doing repetitive motions, that kind of is, I'm needing my arms to be quite loose and needing everything to be quite open and quite willing to move, and kind of really excited by that. So actually, whilst I'm sitting down in the main, I'm conscious of that. So one of the things that I'm gonna do, I'm just still using the oil pastel, is use both arms. So I've got my left arm as well. Like, I'm right-handed, so I actually find it really hard to sort of draw with my left arm. But for doing things at the gym, using both arms, doing different actions like that, that is really quite cool and quite important. And something as well to think about is what we call sort of bilateral drawing. So I'm going to grab something in both hands and use a line at the same time, both things. I don't know how well you can see onto the paper, but it's sort of drawing at the same time. And I'm having to actually sort of really focus on sort of hand-eye coordination with this. It's a little bit tricky. So that I already feel a little bit more energized. So this is working, but I think there's something about this as a sort of a demonstration is quite unrealistic, because for somebody that I'm working with whose mood may be kind of really, really flat, like they may be experiencing like significant low mood, or they may have a diagnosis or working towards a diagnosis of depression, there might be a real lack of motivation. It's really, really hard for some people sometimes to do the actions that they know may be helpful for them. So certain things that they know would be helpful, if I went for a walk, I know that would boost my mood a little bit, I'd feel better, but actually the amount of motivation to do that is really not there, and so that brings about an enormous amount of frustration and a lot of shame and a lot of kind of mixed confusing feelings, and sometimes kind of keeps the energy levels even sort of lower. So, and I suppose like that's where we're kind of working like with people. You can maybe have a sense of sort of empathy for that, and a sense of being able to kind of sit with that person and like really imagine what it's like to be so like feel so stuck and feel that sort of lower energy, and really experience that. And I think everybody's experience is quite different, so it's really hard to, almost impossible to know and predict just how somebody might be feeling. But to be able to kind of imagine how somebody might be feeling, it's like, imagine just how hard it is for you to really crave wanting to do things but maybe not have the motivation to do it, or part of you is wanting to do something and not really have the motivation to do it. So, and actually, without kind of even talking about mental health, people experience that a lot. And I would say, certainly in terms of sort of my experience of the gym in this last sort of year, I've experienced that somewhat kind of lacking of motivation to go. I suppose half the time it's been closed anyway. So while I've been yakking, rambling on, I've used water-based paint to paint all these random like contrasting colours over the top of this painting, of the wax crayon, doing a wax resist technique. And I suppose what I really like about the wax resist technique is that, I mean, the thing with the wax is that, as the term says, it resists the paint. But what feels really good about that is the sort of magic of it. You're kind of revealing pictures and like something kind of quite magical about the art and how that can be brought sort of together. So, feel like we're going to end there. I need to go and get my act together, go to the gym. If anyone's got any ideas and I haven't got a plan, not very like me to not have a plan, but if anyone's got any ideas of some exercises to do at the gym, let me know. And as long as they're not too crazy and out of my depth, I'll give them a shot. So, time to go. Thanks for saying hello. Nice to see you, and cheerio.